This video is brought to you by catbeast.com. Design your own custom snapbacks and hats.
JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. And damn, do I look good in this fucking layout, man. Holy shit, I couldn't wait to unveil it next week, man. We're doing it right here on the #1 fucking podcast. Right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script, episode 183, part number 3. For your NXT Takeover Brooklyn, Saturday, August 19th, 2017, man. New layout, new thumbnail logo. It is fucking beast. And I gotta thank, man, Mike Will87 on Twitter, man. You guys gotta go check him out. If you are a content creator, no matter if you do gaming, wrestling, whatever you want, man, you come up with an idea and you give it to him, he's gonna bring you a fucking great product, man. Mike has been part of the JD family here on YouTube for many, many years. I started off with my buddy Isaac. Isaac actually did the original Off the Script thumbnail, the one that you guys see during the intro song. I still use that because that one is near and dear to my heart. That was the very first design that I ever got done. He was willing to do that. Isaac actually works for House of Glory as well. He's an amazing graphics designer. Does all their fucking video packages. He's just amazing in his own right, man. So I got two fucking beasts, a part of my stable here on YouTube, man. But Mike takes care of everything, man. He came to me with this idea about maybe doing a new layout for Off the Script. I wanted to kind of rebrand myself after SummerSlam. SummerSlam come early here on Off the Script. But he had the idea of doing like an ESPN style layout. And that's exactly what you see here. The new logo. You got the sponsors there. Patreon, Barbershop Window, Audible Trial. You got my social media right there, man. Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. All three that I use on an everyday basis. Maybe not Instagram all that much, but I am on there here and there. But he is amazing, man. If you guys need anything, hit him up on Twitter, at MikeWill87. He is an absolute beast. And I want to thank him, as always, for being so gracious, for getting the layouts done in a timely fashion every single month with the pay-per-views. He's the reason why this channel looks good, man. Pay-per-view thumbnails, pay-per-view layouts, Off the Script, same thing. Every single month for the last couple of years, he's been absolutely a good friend. At this point, he's a good friend, man. But this is amazing, and I'm glad to showcase this to you guys. And I'm sure he would appreciate some feedback, man. So make sure you guys hit him up. It's going to be down in the comment section. I'm going to pin it for you guys. His Twitter is at MikeWill87. If you guys need anything at all, Twitter is the best way to reach him. And he and you can negotiate price and come up with some ideas. If you guys need anything, he is your man. Mikey, thanks again, brother. And if you need anything, man, I am here as always. So thank you so much, brother. I really appreciate it. But we are going to get right into the news, man. I am working my ass off. It is actually Thursday. Around 6 o'clock. I'm sweating my balls off. And I'm getting all these podcasts recorded because I will not be home all weekend, man. I will not be home Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You guys know what's going on. At the time of this recording, it's Thursday. But when you see this, I will have already been probably losing my voice at House of Glory. I would have met AJ Styles. I am going to try and upload at some point this weekend some vlogs that I will probably record. Not sure if I'll be home to even edit them or take a look at what I do, but House of Glory will have already happened. So I will talk about that next week on Off the Script. But in advance, if you guys have come out to House of Glory and said what's up to me and bought me a Guinness, I want to thank all of you in advance, even though at the time of this recording it's not happening yet because I have to get everything uploaded before Friday. Friday was House of Glory. Saturday, I'll be in the city. I'm meeting with all the WWE 2K content creators. They're having a little meet and greet. Tubby, Pulse, Tony Pizza Guy, Luge, Big Red New York. Grim is going to be there. That's going to be great. And then I'm probably going to head to Solomonster's meet and greet. Probably watch Takeover in Brooklyn at the bar. And then Sunday, we'll be headed back to Brooklyn because I have my own meet and greet from 2 p.m. to about 6. And then that's when Solomonster and Justin LaBar are actually going to join me at 205th, right next to the Barclays Center, man. A couple blocks in the Barclays Center. We're going to be doing a live Q&A. So if you guys want to come out and meet and greet and just say what's up, it's going to be a good time, man. I'll be there at 2 o'clock. I'll be doing my own little meet and greet. And then when LaBar gets there at 4 with Solomonster, we'll be doing the live panel Q&A. We'll be talking WWE. You can ask us anything you want. We'll be talking SummerSlam. I know Jason and Justin are very knowledgeable, so if you guys want to ask them anything, especially Jason for New Japan, if you guys have watched the G1 Climax, he was a big fan of that. He actually said that was the best tournament he's ever seen in his entire life. If you guys want to ask him, open discussion for anything, man. All wrestling-related topics are going to be open for discussion. So I can't wait to meet and greet all you guys, and SummerSlam weekend's going to be big, man. So I'm rushing to get all this content out there for you guys. I am not sure, depending on how much news I have, I might upload a part 4 on Sunday, but I'm not really sure yet, man, because this episode really doesn't have that much news in it. We're going to go over Baron Corbin. We got some more news on Enzo Amore. We got news on Ric Flair's status, up-to-date status on Ric Flair. So I got a lot of stuff in this, but it's not enough to house 2 episodes Saturday and Sunday of Off the Script. I'll see what I can do. I'm not making any promises. But I want to thank all you guys for making this a very memorable weekend. And I love each and every one of you guys, man. Without you, this channel does not exist. And I love weekends like this because I get to keep busy. I get to meet you guys. I get to get all this content out there. It's going to be a highly searched topic all weekend long on YouTube. It's going to be good, man. Now, if just the monetization works, we'll be good to go. But thank you guys for everything. Remember, Patreon, Barbershop Window, Audible Trial. If you guys want one free audiobook of your choice just for listening to the show, if you are a new listener and you're listening to Off the Script for the first time, audibletrial.com/offthescript. Go to that link and enter your information. You're going to get one free audiobook of your choice. It's a fantastic way to support the show just by watching. My Patreons, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, exclusively for you guys, is coming. I do have the game. I did go out and buy it the other day. I just have to conserve my voice this weekend. So I said it on Patreon. I said it on the forums. I'm not making any promises, but if I have time at some point this weekend, I will get some Mario Kart 8 exclusively for you guys. So if you guys want to pledge $5 or more, Mario Kart 8 exclusively for my $5 or more Patreons on patreon.com, man. It's coming and it's going to be fucking epic. Toad is sober and he's ready to go, man. He's ready to go and he's ready to beast against some Japanese kids online multiplayer for Mario Kart 8, man. So looking forward to that. Thank you guys for everything. Follow me on Twitter as always, JD from NY206. Twitch, please make sure you are following the Twitch channel. Live reactions go up on Wednesday, every Wednesday for NXT, and when I am home during pay-per-views. And if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's all right there in the layout. Thank you guys for everything. The biggest story of the week is how Baron Corbin has been treated like the village idiot of SmackDown Live. Now, I knew that there was a reason why he failed to cash in and lost in 5 seconds. I just didn't think WWE was this petty. I really did not. You guys heard my rant on SmackDown Live. If you missed any of the videos that I put up this week, everything you need is going to be in the annotation that you see within the video. Go and watch it. Monday Night Raw, SmackDown, NXT. I did WWE 2K18. I did Off the Script NXT preview and predictions. I did SummerSlam preview and predictions on Friday. Lots of stuff for you guys to keep busy with. But if you guys watched Tuesday's video for SmackDown Live, it was only a 20-minute review, and I ranted on almost all the 20 minutes on why Baron Corbin was treated like a fucking asshole. There is a reason why he failed to cash in on Tuesday's SmackDown Live. Now, Baron Corbin ran down to interrupt John Cena and Jinder Mahal, this biggest main event in SmackDown Live history. I'm still trying to ponder and figure out why Jinder Mahal in the main event is the biggest main event of anything. The guy's a fucking bum. And there's a reason why he's going on his own Get Off My TV t-shirt. So John Cena and Jinder Mahal, the encounter was the main event of SmackDown Live. Baron Corbin interrupted, ran down. After the big match, John Cena, he had put Jinder Mahal in 2 AAs. Baron Corbin realized that, listen, you know, I see the champion down. Let me cash in this fucking Money in the Bank briefcase, you know? So that was that. It was a slick move. John Cena took a shot to the head thanks to Corbin's Money in the Bank briefcase. John Cena was leveled. He was knocked out of the ring. But it would be the last time Baron Corbin would use his briefcase as a weapon, because after wasting some time, he cashed in his contract for a WWE Championship title match right then and there on Jinder Mahal, who had taken 2 AAs, 1 regular and then 1 super AA off the top rope. Cena then jumped up onto the apron, caused a distraction, acting like one of the Singh brothers who had previously been removed from the ringside area. Mike Chioda threw them out. Mahal got the quick pin, and now Baron Corbin joins Damien Sandow on the short list of people who have unsuccessfully cashed in their Money in the Bank briefcases. Ironically, John Cena had a lot to do with both instances. John Cena burying other talent, confirmed. Backstage rumors around Corbin's situation say WWE might have lost faith in the Lone Wolf. Well, it can't be anything that the guy has done in the ring, or it can't be anything that the guy's done on the microphone, especially when it comes to John Cena. He had 1 interaction with John Cena, both in the ring and on the microphone, so it can't be that. It can't be that. Why did you give him the Money in the Bank briefcase if you seen this guy with somebody that you were going to instantly lose faith in? I don't understand it. It's Saturday, and I still don't understand it. The Money in the Bank briefcase, and I said this on Friday during the preview predictions video. The Money in the Bank briefcase and the cash-in is one of the most exciting things on WWE television all year. WWE thinks beforehand who they want to give that briefcase to. It's not just a randomized fucking drawing out of a hat. They think about who they want to bestow with that briefcase. Because the man with that briefcase is WWE's next in line to be the man. If Baron Corbin wasn't the man, then why was he given the briefcase? Why couldn't it have gone to Kevin Owens, who was also in that match? Why couldn't it have gone to AJ Styles, who was in that match? Why couldn't it have gone to Shinsuke Nakamura, who was in that match? I don't know. Why couldn't it have gone to Sami Zayn? Sami Zayn would have probably ended up worse than Baron Corbin if he was to cash in. Do you guys get my point? If WWE seen Baron Corbin as a guy that they were going to lose faith in, or if they didn't believe in him, I mean, that was when? When was that? June? So from the middle of June, July, and half of August, you lost faith in Baron Corbin already? How can you lose faith in somebody if he's only been carrying around that briefcase for a month and a half? How does that make any fucking sense? There's got to be something else. There has to be another reason, because it can't be Corbin's in-ring ability. I mean, that's been kind of like this. It's been the same. It hasn't gotten any worse. It hasn't gotten any better. But WWE, based on that aspect, should have known already what they were getting themselves into. So why give him the briefcase? There is another reason why Baron Corbin was treated like the village idiot on SmackDown Live. There is another reason. Backstage rumors around Corbin's situation say that WWE may have lost faith in the Lone Wolf. There are rumors Baron Corbin's recent social media activity and the fact that he wasn't able to stand toe-to-toe with John Cena in a verbal battle might have resulted in losing his coveted briefcase. I'm going to stop right there. His verbal battle toe-to-toe with John Cena You're going to punish the man after 1 week? You're going to punish the man after 10 minutes of a verbal one-on-one with John Cena? If I go back and watch that SmackDown Live, I don't see Baron Corbin stumbling over his words. I didn't see a Baron Corbin that should be punished. In fact, I seen Baron Corbin actually cut a better promo than John Cena. John Cena was the one who was making fucking jokes, calling Baron Corbin fat, skinny punk, or whatever the fuck he used, you know? And then he called Baron Corbin a huge dumpster fire. John Cena was the one who was cracking jokes. But Baron Corbin is to be punished for what? He had 1 week, he had 10 minutes with a verbal toe-to-toe with John Cena, and that's what you're basing his punishment on? I don't understand this company. If I'm Baron Corbin, I want to quit right then and there. If that's the reason management told me I'm losing my briefcase, I would want to quit. I would want to quit. So there has to be something else, right? There has to be something else. Let's look at the social media activity lately. Baron Corbin recently had a pretty epic battle on Twitter with Wrestling Observer newsletter writer Dave Meltzer that many have viewed as not the wisest decision. Why isn't it the wisest decision? It's because Dave Meltzer has a lot of friends in WWE. I would not be surprised if Dave Meltzer is on the WWE payroll. But even though some have seen this as a loss of a push, it might only bring more motivation for Baron Corbin to fight harder for a top spot. A lot of people came to me, and a lot of people stated on social media that they didn't think Baron Corbin deserved a top spot. They gave him the briefcase. That doesn't mean he has to cash in the briefcase after a month and a half. You have that contract all year long. Who's to say he wouldn't have gotten better in a year? You know? Who knows where we would have been next June? You don't know. You know, I've seen a lot of turnaround with several different WWE superstars in 1 year. I mean, look at what Nia Jax is doing on Monday Night Raw. Nia Jax was as green as fucking grass on Monday Night Raw. Now she had two of the best matches that she's ever had with Sasha Banks in the last couple of weeks during this SummerSlam build. You know, Alexa Bliss wasn't the greatest wrestler on the women's roster down in NXT. She was green. They gave her a shot on Monday Night Raw, or they gave her a shot on SmackDown. You know, everybody was like, hey, I don't think she's ready yet. She's great on the microphone, but she's still kind of green in the ring. She's gotten better. She has gotten better. You know? Same can go for anybody that you call up from NXT and put them on the main roster. Who's to say Baron Corbin wouldn't have gotten better with time? You know? A fine wine ages well over time. You know? I'm not saying Baron Corbin is fucking fine wine or anything, but obviously the guy would have gotten better in all aspects of his character. And obviously WWE seen something in him. They changed his theme music seemingly overnight. They changed everything about his fucking entrance. The logos, the Titantron, the fucking graphics, the LED. They changed everything. They were going for a new image with Baron Corbin. He was their man. He was supposed to be their man. Their Mr. Money in the Bank. Which lends credibility to me anyway, that Baron Corbin, if none of this happened, would have been the WWE champion, or might be the WWE champion right now, going into SummerSlam. Or at least he would have been the WWE champion coming out of SummerSlam. That was my original prediction. By him pinning Jinder Mahal. But now that's all fucked up. Because he got into an epic Twitter war with Dave Meltzer. Whatever Dave Meltzer said, Dave Meltzer didn't come on social media and rip this guy a new asshole. All Dave Meltzer said is that Baron Corbin is a WWE superstar that WWE looks at and pretty much gets a hard on. Because he's a big guy. He's 6'8". He's 270 pounds. That is the ideal athlete in Vince McMahon's eyes. He's just another big guy. Has he gotten better? Yes. Do his promos still suck? Does his in-ring work still need work? Yes! That's what Dave Meltzer said. Dave Meltzer never stated that this guy's a failure. He'll never go anywhere. He'll never amount to anything. Dave Meltzer actually said that the guy has all the tools to be another top-level superstar, a WWE champion. But is his time now? No! Dave Meltzer said that exactly. Baron Corbin took it as some fucking wicked attack on him. So if anybody is to blame, and if that is the sole reason that his briefcase was taken away, Baron Corbin has nobody to blame but himself. Because he took what Dave Meltzer said and stated on social media as the holy grail, and he's seen it as it was fucking some big oncoming attack. You know? It was like the fucking Lord of the Rings and the Two Fortresses. Lord of the Rings Part 2. It was like all of Saruman's army just fucking attacking, the fucking wall. He thought it was some epic fucking attack. Are you kidding me? If that is the reason, Baron Corbin has nobody to blame but himself. He let somebody on Twitter, he let somebody on social media get under his skin. And he said things that shouldn't have been said. WWE management seen it. And they're thinking, well, if we're going to give this guy the WWE Championship and he's acting like that, I don't think he's ready. He's still immature. He doesn't deserve it. We're just going to abandon plans. We're going to punish him. We're going to take the briefcase away from him. And then maybe then he'll learn his fucking lesson. Stay off social media. Stay off social media. Now, it's important to mention, even though Corbin might have lost his luggage with a championship contract inside, it doesn't necessarily mean that his push is dead. After all, he is still in a very high-profile match at SummerSlam against John Cena. If anything, I will say this. That's the next test. You know? He already failed the social media test, according to WWE officials. If he fails the John Cena test and he doesn't bring John Cena to a decent match, if he doesn't wow Dave Meltzer, you know, Baron Corbin might find himself completely dead on SmackDown. So a move to Raw might be in the cards for Baron Corbin. He needs to excel at SummerSlam. That's something. I don't give a fuck about the match. I don't give a fuck about the match at all. But it's going to be something I'm going to keep my eye on, how Baron Corbin interacts with John Cena at SummerSlam. Now, a lot of people, before I continue on with the story, a lot of people are stating that, you know, the marks on Twitter need to be patient. You know, this is a part of a grander story. No. Now, Baron Corbin losing his briefcase is not part of a grander story. Give me a fucking break. You know, these are the people that I look down on. These are the people that ruin the show. Because they always try to find positive, and they always overlook the negative, as if there's no negative staring them in the face. Why are you trying to find positive in this? There is no positivity to come out of this. The guy and his momentum is fucked. Money in the Bank might as well have not even happened. You know? Whether it's his fault or not, they treated him like a fucking clown. They treated Baron Corbin like a clown. And please, you know, if I hear somebody tell me again on Twitter, I'm fucking muting you. I really am. And you can talk to me and I won't even fucking see it. I'm tired of people saying, well, JD, Jinder Mahal's foot was under the rope. Oh, well, JD, Baron Corbin's shoulder was up. Can't they give him back the briefcase? I'm going to take this to change.org. I'm going to take this to Stanford. No, I don't care. What's done is done. What's done is not going to be reversed. They're not going to acknowledge Jinder Mahal's foot under the rope. They're not going to acknowledge Baron Corbin's right shoulder up off the mat. Nobody gives a shit. They had every intention to take the briefcase off of him. They're not going to reverse that decision. So just cut that bullshit out. Again, you're trying to look into it further when there's nothing there. All that's there and that's staring you back in the face is that Baron Corbin is a fucking clown. And SmackDown Creative made him look like one. Yeah, he's to blame. If that's the reason, yeah, he's partially to blame. Should it result in them taking his briefcase away and making him look like the fucking biggest clown in the company? No. I don't think the punishment fits the crime. Not at all. But he does have himself at least partially to blame if that is the reason. But the bullshit reason about WWE officials not, or them losing faith and them not believing in him because of a toe-to-toe with John Cena in a verbal battle? What? So you expect the guy to be on John Cena's level after one fucking week, after 10 minutes? Is that what you're telling me? Everybody that is in a feud with John Cena has to be John Cena-esque? Give me a fucking break. I don't believe that for 1 second. The Dave Meltzer stuff, yeah. But the verbal toe-to-toe that they're not happy with, that's bullshit. I don't believe that story for one split second. Now, if anything, this might give Baron Corbin even more of a reason to tear apart John Cena in Brooklyn. Now, it's very difficult. It's very difficult to bet against John Cena. Like I stated in Friday's video with the SummerSlam predictions, WWE has been on this thing about them mentioning John Cena's win-loss record at SummerSlam, that he's on some type of SummerSlam losing streak. Every time that's brought up, that means to me as the viewer that, oh, this guy's due for a win. And that could be attributed to any sport athlete. Basketball, guy could be fucking 0 for fucking 23 at the free throw line. They're going to mention it. Yeah, he's due for a fucking free throw. He's due for a hot streak, you know? Whoever's at the plate. I don't know. It could be anybody. One of your favorite baseball players, you know? He could go for 0 for 15. You know, he's due for a fucking home run. He's due for a home run sooner or later. John Cena's due for a win. It's very difficult to bet against John Cena in any situation. You know, even with the rumors of him moving to Monday Night Raw, it's still tough to bet against John Cena. But Baron Corbin, you know, is he going to be this fucking wolf that's going to tear apart John Cena limb from limb? Is he going to tear John Cena's flesh off at SummerSlam? I certainly hope so. If Baron Corbin does not beat John Cena to an inch of his life, then this is a complete fucking disaster. Even that will not save Baron Corbin. Even that will not save Baron Corbin. They at least had an out. If you wanted to give him a world title run for a month or 2 months, at least he had Shinsuke Nakamura waiting for him. There's been some ongoing issue between Baron Corbin and Shinsuke Nakamura. You could have easily had Baron Corbin drop the title to Nakamura and have Nakamura hold the title till the end of the year through WrestleMania season, where he meets AJ Styles at WrestleMania 34. At least you could have given him an opportunity to see how he handles it. But WWE deemed him not ready just based on his immaturity on social media. You know? I don't know, man. I don't know. You could go either way here. I still think the punishment does not fit the crime whatsoever. I do not think the punishment fits the crime. I think WWE might have been too harsh here. So, it might give Baron Corbin even more of a reason to tear apart John Cena in Brooklyn. Well, I hope so. Cena was the cause for him losing his Money in the Bank briefcase and being embarrassed. It also might cause his fans to become even more vocal, which is a good thing. After all, there were more than a few people who weren't happy about how SmackDown Live ended, me included. The fact is, the 32-year-old Baron Corbin still has plenty of years ahead of him in the ring, and he's getting better. He is getting better. But it's going to be a long and you got to have a lot of patience on this journey for Baron Corbin, you know? It's not going to happen overnight. This might just be a minor setback for him, and hopefully it will see Baron Corbin excel to the top of the roster once again in due time. But the most telling portion of this story has yet to transpire, as Baron Corbin's match against John Cena at SummerSlam will probably do a lot to determine what's next for the Lone Wolf. It's like Baron Corbin's going into that fucking SAT exam without studying, man. You know? It's like he's got to sit down at that desk and he's got to fucking make sure he scores a 1,500 on those SATs. Seriously. If he's not doing that, he ain't graduating. If he is not prepared, if he doesn't bring out the best match of his life at SummerSlam against John Cena, Baron Corbin will fail and he will not go anywhere. And WWE officials are going to keep a keen eye on everything that Baron Corbin is doing on Sunday. He is under the microscope. He's that kid in detention now that they're keeping a close eye on. He slips up once, he is fucked. And he's expelled. That's the fucked up thing about it. The fucking guy must be feeling like shit. Now going into New York, he can't even fucking relax. He can't have a good time. He's got to fucking do meet and greets. He's got to do the festivities. He's got to do this and that. Meanwhile, in the back of his mind, he realizes that if he fucks up against John Cena, this is the biggest match of my life. If I fuck up, I can't even fucking relax. You're going to stress the guy out before he even hits the fucking ring on Sunday. Just a bad situation for Baron Corbin all around, man. I don't like it. I don't think I would have done that if I was in charge. I would have not embarrassed him like that. He looked like a complete fucking goon. He looked like a complete fucking goon. From the fact that he didn't realize he wanted to cash in when he was standing in the ring. It took him fucking another 2 minutes to walk up the aisle to realize, yeah, let me cash in. You know, the camera angle zoomed in on Corbin. He was looking at John Cena get up from the fucking the ringside area to hop up on the apron. He had his eyes on John Cena more than he did Jinder Mahal. and then Jinder Mahal took 2 AAs, one off the top rope, and you're going to allow Jinder Mahal to beat you and pin you with a fucking roll-up from behind? A fresh Baron Corbin who didn't appear at all on the show could have kicked out of that almost on any given opportunity. A 6'8", 270 pounds, fresh Baron Corbin is going to be rolled up by a Jinder Mahal who was just in a 15-minute match, who just took a super AA off the top rope. Come on, WWE. And I made this point. I made this other point on Friday's video with the SummerSlam preview predictions. Why did John Cena interject himself? If I'm John Cena, I'm saying, you know what? Have a blast. Have a blast. He's all yours, brother. He's all yours. If Baron Corbin wins the title, it either makes John Cena's match with Baron Corbin a WWE Championship match, or they make a last-minute decision, and just like Raw's main event, they make SmackDown's main event a fatal four-way. Baron Corbin, John Cena, Jinder Mahal, and Shinsuke Nakamura. So either way you're looking at it, John Cena would have gotten a title shot. I don't get it. There's so many logic gaps in this one decision. Everybody's looking at, Baron Corbin's young career on SmackDown Live is fucked. His momentum is gone. There's a lot more than just Baron Corbin's momentum being fucked on SmackDown Live. There's so many logic gaps that it's very difficult to walk. You know? You walk, you take one step, you're going to fall down into a pit. That's how many logic gaps there are. That's how many logic holes that there are in this one situation. 5 seconds created a disaster. I don't get it. I still don't get it. As a wrestling fan, I feel like my knowledge and my thought process about everything is just being, you know what, fuck you. I feel like, as a fan, I'm treated like a fucking blithering idiot. And that's what WWE does to their fans on a weekly basis. I feel like they're treating me like a fucking stupid idiot. Shouldn't be that way. WWE fucked up. SmackDown Creative is in the fucking dumpster. That dumpster fire that John Cena was talking about on Baron Corbin, that's SmackDown Creative. A fucking dumpster fire. You want to know how big of a fucking... You want to know how big of an asshole Road Dogg is? Someone tweeted him about the Usos and the New Day being on the pre-show. The Usos and the New Day are on the fucking pre-show. The SmackDown Live Tag Team titles. The best feud on that brand is on the pre-show. Road Dogg says, what difference does it make if it's on the pre-show or if it's on the main show? More eyes are going to be on them anyway. It makes no difference. What? Are you fucking kidding me? Who the fuck watches the pre-show? I don't. I'm going to watch it on Sunday because I'll be at the bar. I have nothing else to watch. It's going to be on in front of me. I might as well fucking watch it. But if I'm home, I don't watch the pre-show. I do something else for an hour. Why do I want to sit through fucking commercial after commercial and highlight after highlight that I've seen all throughout the week already? All over again. It's not going to make me more excited. What difference does it make? Why isn't Big Show and Big Cass on the fucking pre-show? You're putting that match on the main card over the SmackDown Live Tag Team titles? That's the thought process. Let that sink in. Let his tweet sink in. That is the stupidity of SmackDown Live. And then I'm supposed to sit here and just like, yeah, Road Dogg, this tastes good, man. I'm supposed to sit there and eat the proverbial fucking blue Kool-Aid that is SmackDown Live. Go fuck yourself. Fucking stupid decisions. None of those people that work for the WWE will ever admit that they're wrong. Everything that they do deserves a pat on the back, a handshake, a fucking jerking of the cock. You know? Nothing that they do is wrong. You call them out on something, you ask them, it's like, oh, no, it's gonna be this way. What difference does it make? It's the fucking titles! Titles on the pre-show over some fucking goon in a shark cage? So fucking stupid, man. So fucking stupid. Clash of the Champions is coming back to WWE pay-per-view in December. The schedule, it's always changing. With the brand split taking place last year, the pay-per-view schedule has been all over the place in the last year. WWE doesn't know what the fuck they want to do with it. Shows change from Monday Night Raw to SmackDown Live, almost at a drop of a dime, with different shows being added and dropped all over the place. That's the case again, as we have another schedule change for WWE's pay-per-view calendar. According to WrestlingInc.com, Clash of the Champions 2017 will take place on December 17 in Boston, Massachusetts. There's no word on if the show will be a Monday Night Raw or SmackDown Live event, though the announcement came at last night's, or this last past week's Monday Night Raw show. Last year's show took place in September. It was a Monday Night Raw branded pay-per-view, so I am going to take a logical guess and say that Clash of the Champions this year will be a SmackDown Live pay-per-view, because TLC is now a Monday Night Raw pay-per-view. Hell in a Cell is a SmackDown Live pay-per-view, and WWE has flip-flopped the names and switched brands this year. So whatever was a pay-per-view last year for SmackDown is now this year a Monday Night Raw. No Mercy coming up, right? No Mercy last year was when? In September, October, right? And I think it was October. And that was a SmackDown branded pay-per-view. This year, it's taking place in September, and it's a Monday Night Raw show. So I'm going to be under the assumption here that Clash of the Champions is a 2017 SmackDown Live pay-per-view. Clash of the Champions, honestly, should be a dual-branded pay-per-view. The last pay-per-view of the year should be a dual-branded pay-per-view. Clash of the Champions. Every title in that company should be on the line. Every title should be contested on that show. Every match should be a championship match. If you're doing a Clash of the Champions show and you're going to give me a fucking singles match between Lana and Tamina, no. Or if you're going to give me a one-on-one match between Mike Kanellis and Kevin Owens, for example, right? No. No, not at all. That doesn't fly. That does not fly with me whatsoever. Clash of the Champions should be a dual-branded pay-per-view. Every title should be on the line, and every match should be a championship match. What they're going to do with it, I don't fucking know. I mean, the one thing that WWE really needs to fucking nail down and really be consistent with is their pay-per-view calendar. It is all over the place. I don't know what's coming up. I don't know what's changing. I don't know which brands are having which pay-per-views. Outside of the big four pay-per-views, Rumble, Mania, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I really don't. I really wish WWE would hamper down the pay-per-view calendar, include a bridge between WrestleMania and SummerSlam, King of the Ring, But Clash of the Champions coming back in 2017, it will probably be, being that it was a Raw branded pay-per-view last year, it will probably be a SmackDown branded pay-per-view this year. The latest update on Ric Flair, and this is not really good news. Ric Flair's fiancé clears up rumors and provides an update on Ric Flair's health. There have been a lot of news and a lot of reports over the past few days regarding Ric Flair's health. It has been a very scary time for the wrestling world as we wait on updates about the Nature Boy. We have seen well wishes come in from wrestlers, fans, and celebrities. It is clear that Ric has made a big impact on a lot of people. Ric Flair's fiancée, Wendy Barlow, took to Facebook to clear up some of the reports that have been flying around about Ric Flair. She also gave an update on what is happening. This is the absolute latest from Ric Flair's camp. And I quote, "Just want to give an update to my friends and family as I have been unable to talk on the phone without crying and just feel shocked over these events. I took Rick to the hospital Friday night with severe abdominal pain. From that moment on, it all seemed like a nightmare. Multiple organ problems. Not to go into too many details, I want everyone to know he still needs prayers as he is still in critical condition. And no, he did not have colon surgery. It was another surgery. I don't know what the media comes up with their stories. I have been by his side since Friday, and I will continue to make sure he is getting the best care possible. Thanks for all of the support and love." I know Gene Okerlund said that it was a colon issue. I'm hearing that multiple organs are failing Ric Flair. I don't know what that means. That doesn't sound good whatsoever. Hopefully, they can rectify all of this, and Ric Flair can hopefully be on the road to recovery. This is a very, very sad situation. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I want all of this to turn out to be fixed. I want him to get well. It's very difficult hearing that and hearing that he has multiple organ problems, organs failing in his body. It doesn't sound good, man. It really doesn't sound good whatsoever. I'm not going to update you on anything else. That is the latest. If I hear anything else on Ric Flair, I will definitely let you guys know here on the podcast. But Ric Flair's fiancée, Wendy Barlow, giving you the absolute latest on Ric Flair's condition, and it's not looking good right now for the Nature Boy. I got news here on Enzo Amore. This fucking goon who's going to be suspended above Barclays Center in a shark cage during his match with Big Cass and Big Show, which should not even be happening at SummerSlam, especially on the main card. Road Dogg. Fucking goon. Enzo Amore has even more backstage heat after breaking an unwritten rule in the locker room. It's being reported that Enzo Amore hasn't been showing the proper respect to his fellow performers after a segment or match takes place. According to sources, it's a standard for the performers to thank each other after their match together in the gorilla position. However, Enzo doesn't say thank you for the match. Instead, he says, "You're welcome," which has irked some of the talent he's worked with over the past several months. Respect and tradition are very important in the WWE locker room, so the standard thank you to the guys you are working with may not seem to be necessary until someone doesn't do it. Based on previous reports of his attitude and in the WWE locker room, it's clear why Enzo Amore would have a lot of backstage heat on him. Enzo's only saving grace right now is probably his connection with the WWE Universe. He has been a strong babyface and top merchandise seller for the company over the past year. WWE officials may be willing to deal with a lot of hassle since he's become so popular. There has been some speculation that Enzo could move to 205 Live or even back down to NXT in the very near future, but a heel turn to realign him with Big Cass is being discussed and rumored right now going into SummerSlam, and it's even something that I brought up on my Monday Night Raw review. It's being rumored that WWE officials are reconsidering their split of Enzo and Big Cass on Raw. At SummerSlam, Cass will take on Big Show with Enzo hanging above the ring in a shark cage. There's been a lot of speculation for an angle to happen that would bring Enzo and Big Cass back together as heels. I think that would be best, but I don't know how well that's going to go over with the WWE Universe since Enzo is so popular. No matter what he's doing on WWE television, Enzo's days as a heel in the WWE locker room need to come to an end. There is no doubt that he's a talented guy, but a performer's reputation backstage is an important thing. If it doesn't improve over the coming months, he may not be welcome backstage anymore. This sounds like a guy who thinks he's fucking, a Randy Orton, meanwhile he's a fucking James Ellsworth. That's what it sounds like to me. Enzo thinks he deserves all this fucking accolade. He thinks he's some big fucking superstar. What did you accomplish in 1 year? Nothing. You need to tread lightly in the locker room. Show respect where respect needs to be given. Respect your coworkers and your colleagues. Over time, you're going to develop friendships and bonds. And that is the most important thing. The WWE officials will then see that you are a team player. And that maybe, we should give this kid a shot. Maybe we should give him a shot. His merchandise is hot. People love him. He's the number one merchandise seller in the company. We'll give him a shot. We'll do something with him. We'll put him in a big storyline to the point where he has an opportunity to make more money. Now the guy's the most hated fucking guy in the locker room. Simon Gotch had absolutely venomous fucking shoot on Enzo Amore, saying that he downright fucking hates Enzo Amore. Roman Reigns reportedly threw him off a fucking talent bus. Now look at him. It could be, his attitude could be the reason why they even broke up him and Big Cass to begin with. They're like, fuck this guy. We see a lot of money in Big Cass. We're going to facilitate this push for Big Cass early. He could be the sole reason why they broke him away from Big Cass. Nobody thought of that, though. Clearly, Enzo did not either. What happened to the Enzo that was so gracious? Right before he got called up. Remember that? I don't know if it was a 24 show on the network when Triple H confronted him and Big Cass. He was hugging Triple H. He was so thankful. What happened to that Enzo Amore? Or because he made Monday Night Raw? Or because he got drafted to Monday Night Raw? This cocky attitude came out where he thinks he can fucking do whatever he wants, and say whatever he wants, and fucking brag about how much money he's making, how many strippers he's fucking banging in the club. It's not really the ideal attitude you're supposed to have. Not really the ideal attitude that, people younger than you want to see. Enzo now could be considered an influence. His behavior could be influential to the new people that are promoted from NXT that land on Monday Night Raw. His behavior could be influential to anybody. Why would you want that in your locker room? Why would you want to display that type of behavior? I don't understand that. But fuck Enzo. He's going to end up on a t-shirt too. I really don't give a shit about Enzo. As soon as they broke him away from Big Cass, my interest in Enzo went right down the tubes. And my interest for Big Cass honestly went right down the tubes too, because I cared about them as a tag team. I thought they had a lot of potential as a tag team. Now that they split them away, too soon for Big Cass, and to me, Enzo's fucking worthless. He's absolutely worthless in every sense of the word. Speaking of the Roman Reigns throwing Enzo Amore off the talent bus, there was a story about Roman Reigns where he opens up about, let me see, is this about Enzo? No, I think this is about him opening up about the, actually, this is the story. There's two stories about Roman Reigns I actually want to get into. The story about Enzo being kicked off the talent bus by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns was on record. He was on the Off the Board podcast. And he explained on this show what his role is when someone has heat with the WWE locker room. Everybody considers Roman Reigns a leader of the WWE locker room. Roman Reigns was recently a guest on Jimmy Trainor's Off the Board podcast. During the interview, he was asked about his role as a WWE locker room leader. Rumors of Enzo Amore having heat were specifically brought up in the question. In case you have missed it, there have been rumors flying around about Enzo getting kicked off WWE's talent bus by Roman Reigns on the last European tour. Reigns explained his role as a locker room leader and when someone has backstage heat is this, and he said, and I quote, "I swing the sword. If I put the sentence down, then I lay it down. If you have heat, that is what a locker room leader does. He speaks up for the rest of the bunch. It is tough when you two have so many cooks in the kitchen, and I am not the only guy that would speak up. But as the man that I am before I was in this business, I would have spoken up if something was wrong. To what I am today within our industry, I am a locker room leader." He says that his goal is to leave the WWE better than he found it, and that nobody will disrespect the wrestling business in front of him. People can say whatever they want about me, but I was born into this business, he says. This business runs through my veins. If you cut my arm, it is WWE that will leak out. I've experienced many hardships and great moments in my life because of this business. The bottom line is, it has fed me and my entire life. I don't care who you are. You will not disrespect it, not in front of me. Not today, not any day that I am alive. This goes with the reports that Enzo said something perceived as negative about the wrestling business. He was bragging about how much he made and what he was doing and how he was partying, all this shit, saying that that all that stuff was more important than what he was doing in the business, and that's all he cared about. So Roman Reigns was asked that question, and he opened up about it, and that's what he had to say. I figured I'd let you guys know about that. That was very interesting when I came across that, and it kind of ties into the whole Enzo Amore bullshit that we've been reporting for the last couple of weeks. So there you go. Roman Reigns explains his role when someone has heat with the WWE locker room. Wrestling is in his veins. He bleeds this business, and Roman Reigns says that nobody will disrespect the WWE or this business in general in front of him, and that's when he stepped in. And that's when the whole Enzo Amore thing pretty much got out of hand. So there you go. That is Roman Reigns' situation. Roman Reigns actually on the same podcast opened up about the WrestleMania 33 Raw After Mania situation where he came out and he was absolutely castrated. He was hung by the Orlando fans. Now, it was fantastic. It was one of the best Monday Night Raw moments I think I have ever seen. And I went back and watched it 3 or 4 different times that fucking night after the show was over. That's how fucking good it was. Roman Reigns defeated The Undertaker, and no clowns. He did not retire The Undertaker. Please. The Undertaker retired The Undertaker. The next night on Raw, we saw one of the wildest crowd reactions probably of all time on Monday Night Raw. The crowd booed Roman Reigns for 10 straight minutes, getting louder every time he went to lift the microphone to his lips. There were multiple chants, including "You suck," "Fuck you, Roman." All Reigns says during this promo was, "This is my yard now," before dropping the microphone and walking away to a chorus of boos. So how does Roman Reigns feel about that reaction that night from the Orlando crowd? He says this, and I quote, "There's a different type of appreciation that you have for a really good match, like a 30-minute bout, and taking the crowd on that roller coaster ride. I've been fortunate enough to be in a few of those matches to where it is just incredible. The crowd was awesome. They were just going nuts the whole time, super into the match. But that promo was probably the most gratifying thing I've enjoyed. I've enjoyed that segment more than any other segment, and I just wrestled and beaten The Undertaker the night before. Now, he also goes on to say that he had the fans on a string. Listen, you had no fans on any string. They just don't genuinely like you. They don't like you, and they don't like you for all the wrong reasons. You have nobody on a string. But according to WWE, this is Bizarro World, where we boo the people we're supposed to cheer, and we cheer the people that we're supposed to boo. No. This is WWE fans. This is the real audience that you get. This is the social media crowd. This is the fucking general WWE fan, not the fucking 8-year-old fucking goon in the crowd with his fucking doofus father and his fucking three-toothed mother. You know, that's not this group of people. You know, where they come and they sit on their fucking hands and they don't mind spending fucking $20 for a box of fucking popcorn. Okay? These are the real fucking people that watch the show every fucking week. He had no fans on any strings, but according to Roman, he had the fans on his string. And I quote, "But it was so bittersweet to just be able to have a full crowd in control. I just felt like everybody was on a string at that point, and I was just pulling them. There's a little thing where you can see I pretty much mouthed it. I've got him in the palm of my hand," and he makes one of these fucking motions. "I had thousands of people doing exactly what I wanted them to do, and it's like master plans unfolding perfectly in front of your eyes." Listen, he receives that reaction every fucking week. They were just a little bit more fucking vulgar with it. You had nobody in the palm of your hands, motherfucker. This happens every week. So you had the Royal Rumble crowd in 2015 in the palm of your hands too, right? You had the Royal Rumble crowd in 2016 in the palm of your hands, right? You had the Royal Rumble crowd this year in the palm of your hands, right? When you came in at number 30? Fuck out of here, bro. You got nobody in the palm of your hands. They don't like you. He says that he could have stayed in the ring another 20 minutes. He felt bad because the segment ran longer than expected and it ate into some of the time that the next match was supposed to have. He got the go-home cue from the cameraman, but he kept it going for an extra few minutes because of the reaction. Like him or not, the fans certainly react to Roman Reigns. And then you got the fucking idiots on social media. Well, don't react to him and then WWE won't push him. Yeah, easier said than done, you fucking goon. People want to react to him, just not the current inception of Roman Reigns. Well, maybe if they turned him heel, then all those fucking threats and the bullshit that we seen on that episode of Monday Night Raw, maybe it would all make sense. But when I watch it, I watch somebody who WWE's pushing as a babyface being chewed out like a fucking heel, being told to go away, being told, fuck you, Roman, right? WWE likes that? That happens every fucking city, all across the world. All across the world. That was just a little bit more vulgar. Those were the real fans. So he had nobody in the palm of his hands. He had nobody on any strings. That's Roman just being a fucking dumbass. But it was a great segment. That was a great segment. Now, Roman, you know, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I don't like Roman. I just don't like the way he's booked. I say this all the time. I don't like the way Roman has booked. You put Roman in a big match situation, the guy's going to fucking deliver. The guy is going to deliver. Yeah, he's had great matches with Braun Strowman. He's had great matches with Bray Wyatt. He has great matches with AJ Styles. You know? The guy does deliver. He has great matches with Samoa Joe. He had a great match with Seth Rollins on Monday Night Raw earlier this year. The guy knows how to have great matches. I don't like Roman's character. I don't like the way WWE shoves him down our throat. You know, in some cases, I don't like Roman's moveset, too. His moveset is very boring. Not really what I want to see. But, you know, Roman Reigns says he had them in the palm of his hands. He had nobody in the palm of his hands, man. That means he's got every crowd in every city in the palm of his hands. No. They just don't like you for all the wrong reasons. And it's going to be like that until WWE wakes up one day and realizes, you know, this Roman Reigns experiment after 5 years is a fucking failure. I don't think it's going to come to that. They're going to treat him and book him exactly the way that they book John Cena. And it's going to end up being 15 years from now where I'm sitting here in front of you guys and I'm going to tell you, you know, I don't mind Roman Reigns too much because that's exactly what happened with John Cena. I didn't like John Cena. I hated John Cena. Downright hated him. And as the years went on, I appreciated his talent and his skill and the matches that he was having. He had better matches later in his career than he had earlier in his career. And I grew to appreciate what John Cena was to the company. I have a feeling Roman Reigns is going to be the same thing. And I'm going to go down that same path I did with John Cena with Roman Reigns. I'm going to sit here and tell you, yeah, I appreciate Roman Reigns. I don't think Roman Reigns is that bad. But right now, Roman Reigns is being booed for all the wrong reasons. Couple of more stories here, man, before we get out of here on Saturday's episode of Off the Script, part number 3 for your Saturday NXT TakeOver tonight. Make sure you guys, I'm not sure if I'm going to have a review of the show tonight. I might, but I think I might be watching the show in Brooklyn at a bar somewhere, or I might just come home and watch it and do the review for you guys. I'm not really sure yet. If not, the review will be up tomorrow morning. So make sure you guys keep an eye out for that. It's either tonight, 50-50 chance of that happening, or definitely tomorrow morning. But a few more pieces of information before we get out of here, man. There's a third match now that has been added to the Summerslam Kickoff show. WWE wants to get everybody on these fucking shows. Not everybody deserves to be on these big multi-branded pay-per-views, but WWE seemingly wants to stack the fucking card with meaningless matches that nobody gives a shit about. Third match added to the Summerslam Kickoff show. News broke on Wednesday that there would be 2 title matches on the Summerslam Kickoff show. As I mentioned in the beginning, it'll be the Usos versus the New Day for the Tag Team Championships on SmackDown Live. Akira Tozawa and Neville for the Cruiserweight Championship will also be on the pre-show. News dropped literally minutes ago on Twitter as I'm recording this, and it just hit my news feed. News dropped on Thursday that there will be a third kickoff match at SummerSlam. The Hardys will team with Jason Jordan to take on The Miz and The Miztourage in a 6-man tag. Wow, I wonder where I've seen this match before. How original, WWE. Do you care? Of course not. That's the best they got for the Intercontinental Championship. That is the best that they got for the Intercontinental Championship at SummerSlam. Your second biggest pay-per-view of the year. Your second biggest title in the WWE. That's what they got. Kickoff show should be one of those shows that will be easily missed. Nobody gives a shit, right? If you give a shit about the Usos and the New Day, I'll probably end up watching that match. Everything else, I couldn't give 2 flying fucks about. Really, I just don't care. But WWE again wants to add all these guys to the show just so that they get that they get that pay-per-view payday. It is what it is, man. Whatever. Speaking of tonight, NXT TakeOver, there is a potential special entrance at NXT TakeOver, Brooklyn number 3. If you guys don't want to hear this, it does contain spoilers. So if you guys want to click off the video now, I'll give you 5 seconds. You ready? 5. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn number 3 takes place tonight. The match card is fucking great. I can't wait. With a big-time match between Drew McIntyre and Bobby Roode for the NXT Championship. The show will also see Asuka defend her NXT Women's Championship against Ember Moon. I'm going with Asuka. I've been very adamant about Asuka retaining. I would not be surprised if they give Ember Moon the nod and give Ember Moon the women's title. But I am going with Asuka because I think it makes the most sense. Andrade Cien Almas versus Johnny Gargano. Aleister Black versus Hideo Itami. And this is the news. This is the news that we got for NXT. It actually involves Aleister Black. According to Dave Meltzer, WWE could be planning a very, very cool entrance in Brooklyn for Hideo Itami versus Aleister Black. According to Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, Black could be getting a live musical entrance at the event. This would include the band Code Orange, who are the band behind the song Bleeding in the Blur, which is one of the TakeOver themes, and Brendan Garone of the band Incendiary playing Hymn to the Ring. Aleister Black's theme song, Root of All Evil, features Incendiary. The band is from the New York area. Now, we've seen musical live performances at TakeOver events before in the past. This includes for Bobby Roode and Shinsuke Nakamura. Meltzer says this isn't 100% confirmed, but something that has been heavily discussed by WWE internally. We're going to have to wait and see what happens on Saturday night. But if Aleister Black comes out to a live musical performance, it's going to be very tough to bet against him in his match with Hideo Itami. And I went on record Thursday when I put up Off the Script episode part 1 for number 183. I'm going with Hideo Itami. I think Aleister Black, if he loses, is not going to take any damage for a loss. I think Hideo Itami has had, the stop and go fucking pushes. He's just been in the wrong place at the wrong time for fucking almost every situation he's been put in. He finally gets some momentum and then he's got a wall. Either that Waller is an injury or it's someone like Aleister Black. I would put him over Aleister Black. You know, I don't see this feud going on for fucking several months. Give him a win here, go to sleep, and then move on to something else. Hideo Itami could use the win. He's a new heel. He just turned heel. How's it going to look if Hideo Itami is like this tough guy and then all of a sudden loses? You know, nobody's going to ever take him seriously. Give him a win over the up-and-comer, the guy who's been dominant, Aleister Black. You know? All you need to do is go back and watch his match with Kyle O'Reilly. Aleister Black is the real deal. A loss to Hideo Itami is not going to do anything to Aleister Black. I'd say give Itami the win and move him on. Give him some momentum. That's what I would do. And finally, guys, this original rumor, this was the original plan for what Ronda Rousey's WrestleMania 31 appearance was leading to. Now, Ronda Rousey's name has been a hot topic in the wrestling world over the past several weeks as rumors began flying about with her undergoing some pro wrestling training by Brian Kendrick. This has led many to believe that we could see her involved in WWE television over the next several months. This isn't the first time that Ronda has been involved with the WWE. She is a lifelong wrestling fan and was involved at WrestleMania 31. Ronda came from the crowd and joined The Rock in his verbal battle with Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. She ended up hip-tossing Triple H and putting Stephanie in an armbar before letting her go. Now, many fans have asked since WrestleMania 31, what were the plans for this storyline? Was it just a cool moment for WrestleMania, or was it leading to a match between Ronda and The Rock against Stephanie and Triple H? According to Dave Meltzer in the latest Wrestling Observer newsletter, the original plan was for the interaction at WrestleMania to lead to a singles match. The plan was reportedly going to be Ronda Rousey versus Stephanie McMahon. These plans obviously fell through, and we never saw Ronda step inside the ring. If Ronda does wrestle a singles match for WWE, could we see her now, with all these new rumors, face Stephanie McMahon? Many fans would say that they would prefer someone like Charlotte or Sasha Banks getting the rub from a potential Ronda Rousey match rather than Stephanie. Can't sit here and tell you that I don't agree. You know, I would even put Asuka in that discussion. You know, Asuka is the most dominating female. This is another reason why I would keep Asuka undefeated. You know, how would you like to see Asuka versus Ronda Rousey? And then Asuka beating Ronda Rousey? I mean, that is the biggest rub I think you could give anybody in the women's division. Never mind a Charlotte. Charlotte's had her day. Sasha's had her time. You know? Asuka is the females' division. Asuka is the women's division in all of WWE. I am a huge fan of Asuka. That would be an incredible rub. You're going to waste Ronda Rousey's one wrestling appearance on Stephanie fucking McMahon? I mean, are you kidding me? What is she going to gain from that except, you know, more of an ego? Yeah, I was in the ring with fucking Ronda Rousey. I was toe-to-toe with Ronda Rousey. We know Stephanie can't hang with Ronda Rousey. You know? We know Ronda Rousey, with a blink of an eye, can break a limb on Stephanie McMahon's body. Give me a break. Why don't you put someone in there a little bit more credible, like an Asuka? I think that's the way to go. Ronda Rousey versus Stephanie McMahon, I'll pass. But there'll be a fucking goon out there that'll be all over it. The potential WWE Kool-Aid. Oh, I'd like to see Stephanie McMahon and Ronda Rousey. Not me. I'm sure you guys would not want to see it either. Give me a break. You're going to bring Ronda Rousey in for one fucking match. You better pick your fucking poison and make it a good one. Give me a break, Stephanie McMahon. Please. Let's move on to something else. Actually, I'm getting the fuck out of here, man. There's no more news. I'll be surprised if I have any more news for a Sunday episode. I might just take Sunday off. Be honest with you. I got a few stories. I might actually put something up for like 20 minutes. You know, it is what it is. There is no news, man. I'm surprised that there is really no news on SummerSlam weekend. I'm lucky I got what I got. I hope I made it entertaining for you guys. I hope I entertained you for the fucking hour I was here. You know? But if you guys want to come on out, I'll be at Dave & Buster's, 42nd Street, this afternoon from 12 to 2, meeting some WWE 2K content creators, and then I'm going to Solid Monsters meet and greet at the, I think the Brooklyn Beer Hall, or whatever, the KBH, I think it's called, the King's Beer Hall. I'll be meeting and greeting him. I think it's from 2 to 6 over there. I don't know what he's doing for Takeover, but I'll be over there drinking. So if you guys want to come say what's up, I'll be in and around the city today. So come say what's up. Call me a goon. Maybe Kevin Dunn will come out. I have no idea, man. We'll see what's going on. But all I know is that I will have a cold Guinness in my hands. Thank you guys so much for Off the Script. You guys have been fucking great all week long. You guys are amazing. You treat me like a fucking king. I can't appreciate you guys anymore, man. You guys are fucking great. Patreons, if I don't do a video, I will do a shout-out video separately for you guys. But I might end up doing like a 20-30 minute video for Sunday, depending on how I feel, man. It is Thursday. It's about 7 o'clock now. If I have any more energy in me, I will get a video up. But I hope I entertained you guys for this hour I've been here. Thank you guys so much. I've been trying to get this content out there the best that I can with the highest of quality that I can push out to you guys. Hopefully you're enjoying it. It's going to be a good weekend, man. Thank you guys for everything. Hit that thumbs up. Let's strive for 1,300 thumbs up on this video, man. You guys have been blowing away my goals. Let's do it again for this video, man. 1,300 thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at JD from NY206. All the sponsors are there. Please take the time and visit each one of them, man. If you guys want to pledge to the Patreon page, please do so. Visit the Audible trial page. If you guys are new, you're going to get a free audio book. And buy your t-shirts, man. barbershopwindow.com/JD from barbershopwindow.com/off-the-script. And use the coupon code JD17 at checkout for 20% off. I am JD. Thank you guys so much. Make it a great weekend, man. I'll probably see you for part 4 on Sunday. Until then, I am JD. Thank you all so very much, and I will see you all this coming SummerSlam weekend. I'll talk to you later.